Scientists have discovered a new color. It's called OLO, that can only be seen by looking into a specially crafted laser. OLO is described as a deep, rich blue-green. I would describe it as an aqua type of color, and if my understanding serves me correctly, you can only see this color through, a specially crafted laser or a specific type of frequency, so I believe some people can see it, but a majority cannot. Good morning, guys. This is Ian Wolf, host of the Chili Wolfpack podcast, Trending Tuesday edition. Let's get into it. Our quote of the day comes from 19th century Baptist preacher Charles Spurgeon. Within the scripture, there is balm for every word, a salve for every sore. Essentially what this is saying is that no matter what it is that you're going through, there is a piece of scripture that can guide you, lead you, heal you for every situation. Our first issue of the morning. This past weekend, President Trump and Ukrainian President Zelinskyy met privately for a 15-minute discussion. The get-together was in St. Peter's Basilica ahead of Pope Francis's funeral. Both Trump and Zelinskyy stated that their discussion was productive and positive. President Trump stated on his Truth Social account that he questions if Vladimir Putin seeks peace following the recent Russian attacks on Ukrainian cities. However, White House delegates in Moscow say that Russia is ready for direct talks with Ukraine without preconditions. A good verse for this situation is Psalm chapter 34, verses 14 through 15. It goes, "Seek peace and pursue it. The eyes of the Lord are on the righteous, and his ears are open to their cry for help." On Friday, the FBI arrested Wisconsin Judge Hannah Dugan and charged her with obstruction after she allegedly escorted an undocumented immigrant and his lawyer out of the courtroom to help him evade authorities. The man was arrested after a foot chase. FBI Director Kash Patel says the man had an arrest warrant for 3 counts of battery. So I'd like to step in here and insert a couple of comments on this. A source of mine for this issue is called The Tingle. It's a newsletter. They do a very good job, in my opinion, of being non-biased. What I love about The Tingle is that on issues such as this one, they present, okay, this is what the left is saying. This is how they feel about this issue. Over here, this is what the right is saying. This is how they feel about the issue. So it's like being in school and you're having a debate and you can clearly see what both sides are advocating for. And, there's, if we're talking personal, there are things that both the left and the right are saying about this particular issue that, okay, I understand. It's unfortunate that it's a very, very divided political climate on almost every issue. But, yeah, so I would encourage you, whether it's this topic or any other topic you see on the news, I'd encourage you to do some deep diving of your own. Not only do deep diving of what the truth is, but also really understand what is it that I believe in, what is it that I need. I was going to say something else pretty productive on the matter, but it's slipping from my mind, so that's unfortunate. But anyways, I'm just going to move on. I don't want to take up too much time. In this divisive political climate, followers of Christ have an opportunity to show that our ultimate allegiance is to him. And a good verse for this is Isaiah chapter 30, verse 18. Okay, I do remember what I was going to say now. No, it's slipping from me. Okay, if I don't think about it within the next 10 seconds, I'm just going to move on. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm just going to move on to our last issue. Again, if I think about it, I will relay it back to you. Ex-Congressman George Santos has received 87 months, or 7 years, 3 months, in prison after pleading guilty to wire fraud and aggravated identity theft. In 2023, Santos was expelled from Congress for misusing campaign funds and fabricating much of his life story to win public office. Darn. Couldn't think of that one issue. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed Trending Tuesday on the Chili Wolfpack podcast. One thing that I will leave you guys with is if there's anything that you're curious with and would like to know more about, it could be something, pretty harsh, like, politically, or it could be something as simple and, nice as there's a city or a country that you're interested in visiting, whatever it is that you're interested in, do some deep research. And don't just settle for like the first few results that pop up on Google. Like, do some deep research, ask other people questions, find out more about whatever it is that you're curious about, educate yourself on that. I do remember now, regarding back to the whole Wisconsin Judge thing, helping an illegal immigrant. Same thing. Do your research. That's why I like the Tangle, is how the Tangle, again, it presents both sides, the left and the right side. Whereas oftentimes with our heavy left wing or heavy right wing media stations, there is some propaganda and hidden agendas intertwined with whatever it is that they're presenting. And it can be so difficult to know if what you're listening to is the truth or semi-truth, semi-lie, or even just utter brainwash, guys. And it goes on both sides of the spectrum, unfortunately. Jesus was not a politician. Jesus was not a liberal. Jesus was not a conservative. He was neither of the two. So, suppose you could say that Jesus was somewhere in the middle. If any of you guys want to comment below and, put your take on that, yeah. But I try to follow Jesus to the best of my ability. And, sometimes I do, find myself, okay, I'm getting a little too far on one side or the other, whether it's political or just whatever else, But Jesus, follow Jesus, because neither one political party is the absolute truth. The left and right get things right, they get things wrong, but they're not the absolute truth. So you cannot worship a political party or a political candidate, guys. My best advice is follow Jesus. I'm speaking to Christians and non-Christians alike. Thank you, guys. God bless.